Welcome back to Dune Awakening. Okay, so I've spent a few hours in the deep desert kind of figuring out what's going on out here. There's 20 hours left before this whole map resets, so probably right after this video at some point I'm going to start packing up and pulling down my hangar and heading back to Haga Basin. But before I do that, I did this yesterday. Died a couple of times, but that's just because I'm rusty. So today, I believe there should be another one, something like in this area. So, we're in here. I'll probably fly out here, launch a probe, and see what happens. But we'll fly over this point on the way there to see if we come across another one of these. Not sure exactly. I looked at the map that you can get online that tells you where all the stuff is out here. I'm not going to be using it heavily, but I am going to be using it a little bit. In any case, in order to gather these mats, titanium ore and stravidium mass, which you need for manufacturing the next level, the next tier 6 of stuff, I'm running some tier 5 gear in my loadout here, which is what we're going to test at that station that we're about to hit. In order to gather those mats, you need to fly out to these little kind of islands out here, and there's one or two of them, sometimes maybe 3, and then so it's a lot of flying. And I can see how people that are not into games like Microsoft Flight Simulator might find that boring, but as far as I'm concerned, I think that's really interesting. Yeah, I don't mind doing logistics at all as a part of the PvPvE part of it. It's the PvPvE, I think, that is driving you to team up with other players so that you can profit as opposed to just waste your time running around. We'll take, well, a stack of that's fine, but actually no, it's not. If we stick one in the chamber, we have one, then I can get rid of this stack, clear that space, because we are going to hit that station, and I want item quantity space. I probably don't need more fuel. We're on the safe side there. Let's see. Probably don't need storage. Probably don't need the cut array. We'll fix that now, and then, yeah, the fuel cell we can dump in here. Do a quick pre-flight check here. That's good enough, so this wire can go back. This can go. I'll take the sniper. This can go. That's useful. That I'm going to need once. And this can go. Alright, good. Let's head out there. we are flying over a PvP area, so we might be flagging for PvP for a little bit here. But that's okay. Slow down there a lot. This thing. Is that the shipwreck? Maybe. Well, in any case, let me see if I can fire that probe off. I'm gonna need some altitude before I do that. We're at. Okay, now probe launcher. We're gonna need this next. Survey failed. Okay, well, didn't know that could happen. I'm sorry, I didn't know. Now I do. Using thrusters doesn't use fuel. So as long as you're gliding and using thrusters to maintain your airspeed, you're actually not consuming any of your fuel. It's only when you're hovering. So when your wings are beating, that's the only time. So fuel conservation and flying in a way to do it is a thing. I can also use my onboard scanner. Why not do that? Find my C key here. This engine's faster, so I can enter into glide very much quicker, and in a more nimble way than with the earlier Mark engine. But in hover mode, it does consume more power, or not more power, but more fuel. So, yeah. I think out here also, your survey probes are not going to pick up Imperial testing stations. You kind of got to stumble across them. I guess the idea is you're supposed to be out here in your buggy, collecting resources. But if we don't find this thing in a minute here, I'm going to head back and just redo that other testing station. I don't want to do a shipwreck because sometimes those can end up being really short, and they're just PvP enabled, so it's in and out. Trying to find my C key again. Well, let's just head back here and do this one again. I know what I'm going to find there. It's just the element of surprise is a part of the weapons check. Key I hit there, but apparently I'm hitting all kinds of keys here. I'm just face rolling my keyboard apparently. So yeah. That should be it down here. Just so we don't forget, add some fuel. That cleared up an inventory spot for us. So now, okay. Some other people are out here. Well, if somebody went ahead and cleared this before us, then yeah, then that'll be a thing. I don't remember that one from yesterday, so yeah, let's just be on the safe side here and there. We are coming back out through here, so. Again, just doing this to do a skill check for the deep desert. I am going to be packing up out here. There's some things that I need to do to keep preparing for life out here. But one of the things that I'm doing is I am also, this by the way is the way out. So we get a key. There's one key in here, I think. Or is there two? I'm not sure. This is kind of a medium length one. But the last key you need to get out through there. And then you just run back up the steps. Now, there's corpses on the bodies here that are booby-trapped with poison gas mines, I guess. So what you don't want to do... Whoops. What you don't want to do is go near those guys, because all you'll do is take poison damage and have to use one of your bandages in order to clear that. Well, this one hasn't been opened recently, so that looks promising. It might be that right up in here, this is just supposed to be finding the booby-trapped bodies and going through that process. The learning process of just don't mess with it. It's not worth it. They don't have anything anyway. Except for maybe some spice. By the by, I want to run this skill, or this ability, and then start using my dash to get past those guys. Yeah, those things. You just go through one after the other. Every single... Well, it's a good place to farm these health kits. Those are actually a little on the expensive side to manufacture. So, right around here yesterday is where I started to encounter... Whoops. Wrong button. Started to encounter mobs. If somebody's just cleared this, there's not going to be anybody, but... Well, there is somebody. There's a heavy. Alright. They did come all the way back here yesterday, so all I gotta do is wait. And I should be good. As long as I don't let them gang up, I should be okay. But again, I know what to expect. You know what? Considerably easier when there's not that element of surprise. That's why the first thing that I need to do is make a better one of these snub-nosed pistols, because this one's just barely... Okay, let's see. No? I don't want to use those just yet. I'm expecting there to be a grenade next from this guy. So... He's got a... Yeah, I tripped it. Now I have to use one of these. I was going to anyway, so I guess. Yeah. Oh, I I think he's saying he's Atreides. I think that's the symbol we saw anyway on the door coming in here. These guys are a little bit easier to drop than the heavies with one of my abilities there. So, but so far, if you ask me, I think my my skills and my weapons are holding up pretty well down here. There is a constellation chest in here that you can get with a schematic. Did we trip this guy anyway? Yeah, we did. Oh, you tripped him multiple times. All right. Okay. That's kind of annoying. But I'm not going to spec into the poison resistance immunity thing just yet. I have better uses for my skill points, so yeah. But if I had nothing better to do, yeah, for sure. So yeah, one of the things that I'm doing here is I am starting to research video editing software so that I can start to edit together some opinion pieces on the deep desert. I like what they did here. I see why people would complain about it. All the same. That is where I'm strong, is with blades. And yeah, that next tier gun will probably two-shot these guys. Did I get this one? I don't know, if you ask me, I'm good to go for life in the deep desert. Well, unless I get really rusty, because all I'm doing is gathering mats and then fighting every once in a blue moon. That wasn't really the thing that I was hoping to do out here. I think that's actually one of the complaints that people have, is that there's not enough spots like this in the deep desert. As far as I can tell, looking at the map for this week's generated map out here, there's quite a few of these testing stations on the shield wall all the way to the south, but I guess people were expecting those to be a little more north, but whatever, you know. So, one of the things that I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be not just limiting myself to running the... Yeah, I came from here, so I have to go this way. That's all there is in this room? Okay. How's my gear holding up? This is from when I died yesterday. This is the thing. I got to make the next tier of that. Yeah, we're doing okay otherwise. hit me with that from back there.
Engaging shields.
It'd be nice if I could hit some of these skill abilities when I fire them off. Like that. But as it is, again, I'm rusty. And again, I'm relying heavily on my weapons and not really using my abilities, which is something that I need to learn, which is what I was hoping to do in these higher level areas. You up there. There it is. Oh, look. Wow. Wow, really? No, that's the one that I have. Come on. Cope. Low capacity clip. Yeah, it's fine. I reload frickin' all the time anyway, so what do I care about that? This takes duraluminum. Oh no! Oh no! I can make this like straight away. Oh dude. And it's got a bonus. It's got bonus damage for headshots. Oh, come on. Could I get a better, like, roll here? Man, that's good. Glad I came out here. That makes me happy. Now there's less of a rush for me to... Because, seriously, that is... I went through the next tier... Not here. Research. I went through the next level of weapons that I want to get, like the plastanium products. I want the rocket launcher or the missile launcher, and the snub nose. That's it. I think my blades are fine the way they are, and it's like, yeah, I just got one, so now I don't even have to rush to get this. Oh, dude. Happy about it. So, worth doing these things, even though they're down here in the southernmost squares of the map. This area has a bunch of these testing stations. So, yeah, okay. Anyway, so I'm going to be doing that. I mean, I got to get out of here because I got other stuff to do, so I can't continue playing this game as much as I have been in the past, sort of 2 weeks. But I did kind of want to get it out of my system and get the deep desert area of the map, the end game area of Dune Awakening up and running. And yeah, I want to start doing some opinion pieces on the deep desert. I want to do my own analysis off of my own experiences out here, and so yeah, that's going to be a thing. I might be cranking out less videos, but the ones that I do crank out, or produce rather, because editing together a bunch of stuff is not, I have no illusions that that is going to be not time-consuming process, but it's one I want to learn anyway, so yeah. And like I said, I have the 64 gig of RAM. I'll be fine on this machine. In any case, let's head back to base. Right up over there. That's me. Yeah, I need to do those a little bit earlier because sometimes I've found that I hit the space key and it doesn't register for some reason. So. Yeah, I need to redesign these hangars, by the way. Make them about half the size. Make more use of, what are those things called? Well, make use of these shields that I have in there for the ceiling, and put one on the wall, maybe on two walls from both sides, so that I can duck in and out of these things pretty easy, and then basically have like multiple ones in the deep desert, one down here for logistics, and one something like in the middle of the map, or whichever, yeah, however I figure out to do it. Just so that if there's a sandstorm that shows up, and they do out here, but you can run from them because they don't take up the whole map, so you can just outfly them. But anyway, whoops. On that note, I will see you in a bit.